way. We want to know, lost in your eyes, Paris night skies, both hypnotized. Find a way, to find a way, spend the night with you in Paris, Lord. So unfair, you left me there. Took the 9:35 from Paris, Lord. In a heartbeat, you were gone. Like ships in the night, love at first sight, holding you tight. Find a way, find a way, spend the night with you in Paris, so unfair, you left me there. Choose the 9:35 from Paris, left with just her aroma from my standstill adventure. Now I'm stuck in a world of regret, and it's 9:35. I'm not happy, but I feel alive. So much I wanted to say, but now it's too late. Find a way, find a way, spend the night with you in Paris, Lord. So unfair, you left me there. Took the 9:35 from Paris, Lord.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Saturday. I hope that your weekend has started well, and hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. Unfortunately for me, on this side of the screen I can't hear anything. Usually I can hear the videos that are playing and I know exactly when to stop them and to jump in, so it's going to be a little bit random tonight because I'm doing this all in silence, which is a little bit weird, but as long as you guys can hear me, then that's the most important thing. So I'm just going to continue as if everything's working and that the mic is on and you guys can hear what I'm saying. I can see that I have got some levels going off through the microphone, so hopefully that's getting through to you through your screens as well. Another interesting thing that happened with my camera is that I had the camera on and I was recording a video, and I then got up to get my guitar, and when I sat back down again, the white balance of it seems really exposed, and I don't know what that change in the light did to the camera, but it seems like it's now constantly set on being quite bright, and I don't know whether it's too bright or whether it's even better than it was before. I know that previously everything, especially the blacks, were really black, whereas now it looks like on screen the black is a little bit more like it is in real life. I mean, this top, for example, isn't jet black. It's got a little bit faded because it's not a new shirt. But anyway, hopefully the lighting's okay, the sound's okay. Let's keep on pushing forward. So I can see Susan and Dennis said that they have me or they can see me, which is good. Jennifer says looks good here. So good stuff. I will just continue as I normally do on the live streams and just try to put out of my head that I can't hear anything. One thing I will have to do is just adjust some of the capture screens. I'll try and do that as we progress through the live stream. Anyway, let's get you guys up on screen and see who's in the live chat room tonight. And we have Jill and Charlie, Terry, Carl, David, Sunny, Shawnee Key, Jennifer in there, Bev, Diane, Brian, Zena and Laurie, Allison, Vince in the house, Susan and Dennis going through again. Hello to you guys. Thank you for joining me on tonight's live stream. Big shout out to the moderators. Their names go through in blue and they have a wrench next to their names and they just take care of everything during these live streams. So thank you guys so much for all of your hard work. It is massively appreciated, as is the support that I get over on Patreon, and these people at the bottom of the screen are the reason that I'm doing this live stream, but the reason that I can do videos on the channel full stop. So a massive shout out to these people. You know who you are. And if you want to get involved yourselves over on Patreon, then the site is patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus. And let me get that on screen so you know how to spell it, just in case you want to jump over there. Like I say, that's the foundation of everything that I do. If I wasn't on YouTube, then I'd be doing exactly what I do here, but over on patreon.com. And there you go. There it is on screen if you want to get involved. I keep everybody updated there daily. If there's not a video, I'll do a little update as to what I've been up to. And recently I've been up to a lot because we've just had the Moises video released last night, if my memory serves me correctly, and that was one of those videos that I have mentioned in that video. I did mention it, that I don't do sponsored videos. I get approached to do those all the time, but this is the only sponsored video I've done on the channel because of the type of app it is and how it will help so many people. So make sure you check out that video if you do get a chance. And I don't know how many videos I've got now, maybe around 1,500, something like that. I've been on YouTube since 2011, maybe something like that. It might be longer, or it might, yeah, it's definitely either 2011 or a little bit longer. But yeah, the first time that I've actually done a sponsored video for an app on the channel. But if there is something that I think is worth your time, then I will bring it to you. And generally, I mean, I'm one of these people that just wants to keep it about the music. I'm not going to be doing suddenly now loads of sponsorships on, you know, different apps and games and things like that. This was just one that came along that I felt like I had to draw your attention to, because if I was watching somebody's channel and they came up with this app and they mentioned this app, I would get it, because it would make such a difference to what I did when I was teaching, working out songs, slowing songs down, transposing songs. It would take so much of the time that I spent, or at least it would reduce the amount of time I spent transposing songs myself and then pitch shifting them into separate software, then having to, you know, export it as an MP3 or an MP4, and then it wouldn't be compatible, so then you have to change the file again, and it was just a massive pain. But if I had an app like the Moises app, when I was teaching, I could literally just put a song on there and that's it. I just then plug a lead into my phone, have it coming out of the amp, because most amps nowadays, practice amps, have auxiliary inputs. So you just stick it into there and then you're ready to go. You can transpose it, you can do whatever you want, you can slow things down. And yeah, it's a great app. So that's why I did that sponsorship video. And interestingly, somebody did a comment saying, watching this, I don't agree with doing sponsored videos, so I'm considering unsubscribing to the channel. And I said to them, you know, that's their choice, but in, I think it's either 1,500 or 2,000 videos, this is the first one I've done since 2011. So if one every 10 plus years is too many, then yeah, I'm not sure where you really go from there. But I did mention that the reason I did the app is because I genuinely think it could help a lot of people with their playing. And as a guitar teacher myself, if I can help people improve, then it's going to be worse for me not saying anything. I wouldn't be able to live with myself knowing that there's an app that would help so many people and I'm just keeping it quiet. And I know that there are some musicians who have particular software and they might be really secretive about their techniques that they use while playing, but that's not the way that I work. I just see everything as fair game, just throwing it out there. Especially as a teacher, you're there to give out as much knowledge as possible and to help people learn as much as possible, and I genuinely think that the Moises app will do that for you or somebody that you know, because everybody knows somebody who plays an instrument. And yeah, like I said in that video, they will thank you for that little bit of advice to download that Moises app. But anyway, let's get back into the live stream and let me get everything up on screen that we normally have. First of all, the lights goal for tonight, I'm just checking that it's come up on screen. It is, or I should say, 395. I think it's a bit small on my screen, but it does look like it is set at 395. Which again is the biggest target that we've ever gone for, and on Tuesday we fell just short of the target, which was a shame, which means that the Saturday crew now have an opportunity to maybe go 1-0 in front. I don't know who keeps track of the likes and whether we hit them, but we have been hitting them regularly for, it feels like, quite a few months. So I think that last one on Tuesday was the first where we've just fallen below maybe by about 10 or 15 likes. So tonight, again, this is now the biggest target, so it's been moved higher again, and 395 is what we're looking for. So if you could hit that thumbs up as you come through the door, that would be massively appreciated, and we'll see if we can get anywhere near that massive target, really close to 400 and just crazy numbers, but we will see how we get on. We have been having a pick roulette regularly on the live streams, which has been great, but if we do hit the target, it means that we're going to have a pick roulette next week as well, because we will be having one tonight. So stay tuned for that. Right, let me get the likeometer up on screen as well, and it looks like it's actually 200 and not 20. So I did say that I'm going to have to reorganize some of these capture windows because they're all a bit wonky. So let me move that one. And there it is, 202. So a little spike of the likes as I'm looking at that likeometer. Thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up. While I'm doing that, I'm going to get the other screens, or at least the other capture windows, up on screen so that I can make them a little bit more centralized. I think the live chat room is good to go, which is great. I think the other ones might be good to go, but I just can't see them on the screen. So at the moment, I can't see a lot on screen. I can't hear anything, but at least I can hear my own voice. So that's a bonus, I guess. I was just thinking that, yeah, maybe I have in-ear monitors on my own live stream, but no, it is fine. I can hear what I'm saying, which is great. Right, let's move into, I tell you what, I'll put the donations tab up on screen because, as I always say, you don't have to donate during these live streams, but if you can't resist it, then the percentages are up on screen. So you know exactly where your donations go and what percentage makes it to me and what percentage goes to the formats, the various formats. We have YouTube, who take between 35 and 45% of every super chat donation, and PayPal takes between 3 and 5%. And you can find a PayPal link in the description below. So like I said, you don't have to donate. This is another message that I got, and I just remembered these two. I don't get a lot of, saying this is going to tempt fate, but I don't seem to get a lot of trolls on the channel or comments that are, offensive, I guess, because I don't really find too many things offensive because I think life's too short. So if people are spending their time on my channel and commenting, then it's their time they're wasting, not mine. So I had a comment from somebody who said, oh, you do 3 live streams a week. And I'm not really sure what they meant, but they were saying talk about begging for money or something like that. And I said to them, I don't do 3 a week, I do 2 a week. And that's only because I did 1 a week. And then you guys requested another one on Saturdays. So that's why I now do it on a Saturday. And I think it's good to touch base a couple of times a week as well. I mean, just doing it once a week and having 6 days off and not being able to interact with you guys in a live setting, I think it was a little bit long anyway, and I understand why a lot of people were requesting for me to do another live stream. So again, it's one of those comments that just stood out because I'm not really sure what people think. Live, maybe other channels when they live stream, all they do is constantly ask for donations and, you know, check out this website and my other website and check out my, you know, GoFundMe and all the different sites you can get. But as you guys know, these live streams are just where we get together in a live setting on the channel. We talk about all sorts of things, totally random things, more often than not, but it's just an opportunity to do that, for me to mention about the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook, which you guys can get involved with if you're not already, where a lot of these cool people hang out between the live streams. So we mentioned that, which I've said is up to about 800 members now, I do believe, which is fantastic. And thank you, Laura, for keeping me in the loop with everything going over on Facebook, or everything that's going on over on Facebook. And I pretty much just use these live streams to keep you guys up to date with what's been going on, what's coming up. So like I said, you don't have to donate. Just watching the live streams and just checking out the channel, hitting the thumbs up, maybe leaving a comment is absolutely fantastic. So thank you guys for doing that. But having said that, we have had some donations from the usual suspects, the ones that come in before we go live. We can see that, and this came in, a little bit earlier tonight from Orlando for $2. So thank you for that, Orlando. And this is the super chat window. And Orlando said, I will be late, but will be there. Spike the likes. So thank you for that, Orlando. Great idea. Paul donated $2 and said, spike the likes, Orlando's backup guy. So thank you for that, Paul. And Paul donated $2 again and said, just saying hi. Won't be on here long, still on tour. So thank you for that, Paul. And that brings us up to date with the donations that we can see up on screen. But while we look at the donations from Orlando and Paul, we have a little plug of the mug that goes on when we are asked to spike the likes. And there we have it. If you want to get your hands on any of the merchandise, then click on the tray underneath this video, and that will take you through to the spring.com store. If you don't have a tray underneath this video, then there's a link in the description below, so you can click on that. Right, those, I can see that we had another donation after Paul's, so thank you for that. Get Some J, who has donated $10, so thank you for that in the messages. Thank you for always keeping the feed about music, and no problem at all. That's certainly how I'm going to be progressing, as we have been doing the last few years. We'll keep on pushing forward, and another analysis video is coming your way tomorrow night. We're pretty much just going to be getting back in the groove, just back into our normal cycle. I know that recently we've had a few videos that have been a little bit different. We had a Steve Stevens week where I released a few videos of my chat with Steve, and previous to that, we did have the collaboration video with Chris Lipe, and there was that part 1, and we're still waiting for part 2 to go through the copyright dispute and for somebody to review it and allow the video to be released on the channel. So that is still to come, so stay tuned for part 2 of that collaboration with Chris Lipe, where we looked at Since I've Been Loving You by Led Zeppelin. So that's another thing coming up in the future. We are pretty much, going to be getting back to analysis videos on, Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, and the live streams on Tuesday and Saturday, as we normally do. But another thing to mention about the Moises app is that Raphael, who works for Moises, has told me that I'm going to be able to give away 10 one-year subscriptions to the premium service of Moises. So that's something that will probably happen on these live streams. when we had Phil Palmer's book, and Phil kindly gave us 5 copies of his book to then give away on the live streams, I'm probably going to be doing it in a similar way to that. So we'll maybe have a roulette wheel, a Moises roulette wheel, where anybody that wants to have that year's subscription to the premium service just unlocks everything on the app, then you can put your name on a wheel. But I've got to organise that yet, so I'm just going to make sure that I get everything from Raphael that I need, so that when we do have a winner, I can then send them whatever they need to be sent, like the unlock code or that kind of stuff, which I haven't organised with Raphael yet. So look out for that in the future. Again, it's going to bring something a little bit new into the live streams, and I'll be doing that on a Saturday and a Tuesday live streams. So that means that you can double your chances of winning that subscription if you do just tune in on both of the live streams. Now, the other thing that I was just about to mention about the app is that some people have said, oh, I don't agree with the subscription, service, or the subscribing for a monthly subscription, I think is what I'm trying to say, so that you're charged every month for an app that you get rather than buying an app outright. And a really important thing to mention about that is that the Moises app is an AI that is constantly learning. So it means that if you paid for the app, even just 2 months ago, and you bought that version of it, you'd have to buy another version of it, because now you can do backing vocals. You can separate up the lead vocal and the backing vocals. And I know that Raphael and the team are constantly getting the app to perform better, to then separate even more things, such as guitar within lead guitar. So they're just sitting through waiting for the AI to get better at doing it, which means that every single week, well, potentially every single hour of every single day, the app is improving. So month on month, you're getting a better app once it updates and it downloads the new algorithm or the new version of the AI, which is better at separating things. So it does really make a difference, because I remember when I was first approached by Moises, I think at the end of last year, it was quite a while ago. And when I first used the app, the isolating process and the results of the isolating process wasn't as good as it is now. There were a lot more artifacts on there. You could hear a bit of buzzing and a bit of clicking because of the processing nature of what the AI is doing. It's destructive on the audio file, so it means that you lose quality. But on the most recent version of the app, the quality is really good. As you'll hear on the video that I did, it does properly separate up the voice and the guitar and everything that you want to hear. So the app is ever evolving, and this is why it's a subscription-based service, is because you're constantly getting a newer version of the app that's adding more features to it as time goes on. So anyway, just to explain that for some people that think that you're just buying an app and you're paying for the same app every month. That's not how it works. It's getting updated and getting better all the time. And any other functions that will be added in the future, you will obviously have access to because you're subscribed for that monthly payment. But anyway, let's move on with the live stream. We do have a vote going on currently in the live chat room for tonight's cover video, and that's between Behind Blue Eyes and Just Got Lucky by Dokken. And I think the Dokken track has been there for quite a while, and I can't remember what we had last time. It might have been You Know My Name. Was it that one? I can't remember which one it lost out to, but it might have been that. I mean, since doing that Moises video, I mean, that kind of took a couple of days of hardcore editing to get it together, because I knew that I had to get it over to Raphael and the Moises team for them to look through everything a couple of days before I was going to release it, and then leave a day before I was going to release it for any edits, which I had to do just after they'd watched it. And they said, oh, it'd be good if you could mention this. So then I had to re-edit it and get that together on Thursday and then release it on Friday. So yeah, it's all a bit busy, but thankfully now we are just gonna keep on pushing forward and just hopefully get up to date with everything. I know that I've got a few messages to get organised, but everything seems to be just falling into place at the moment, but we will see where we end up. This is the other thing that I haven't even done on the live stream for tonight, is that we have reached 264,000 subscribers. I'm having to think, I mean, it just sounds like such a crazy number. I'm going to have to just check that what I did last time was, 263. Let me change that to a 264, and I'll make this go live as if I did it intentionally before the live stream, and there might be applause and cheering and stuff. I can't hear anything, but there it is, 264,000 subscribers, which we literally just passed, I think, today. So thank you guys for subscribing and hitting that notification bell and just getting involved with the videos, hitting the thumbs up and commenting. It's much appreciated for your interaction on the channel. And yes, I do still read all of the comments. And I read somebody's comment a few days ago. They said, oh, I hate these automatic reply bots that people use in their comment sections, or that people use on their channels in their comment sections. So I typed underneath, said, no, it's me doing it. I'm still reading all of the comments. So yes, I go through them all and I mark them with the thumbs up and the little heart symbol. And the reason that I do both of those is that anybody can hit a thumbs up, but to know that I've seen your comment, I hit the red thing because I think it's a little red heart. It's really small on the screen, but just to show that that's the channel. The channel can do that and nobody else can do that. So if it has a little mark there, that means that I have read your comment. So just again, another interesting comment, thinking that all of the stuff that's going on is a bot that's doing it. And I think the problem that I'd have with that is, I can imagine if I didn't read anybody's comments, and everybody now in the live stream, I don't know your names because, it's all been done by a computer, and now I'm pretending that I know everybody. I'm sure, you guys can appreciate that wouldn't wash. Like, you can't pretend to know people that you don't know. At some point, some people might pretend to do that, but at some point you're going to get found out. And, the great thing about these live streams is that, we know Orlando and Paul being Orlando's backup. We know Stardust Unicorn being the support band to Wings of Pegasus. We've got all these different usernames that we get used to, and we know each other on these live streams. So it's great that I see your comments under the videos, but also I can interact with you guys in a live setting on these live streams. And yes, it's still just me doing everything, still at 264,000 subscribers now. I'll keep on doing my best to keep everything just under control myself. And if anything changes in the future, if I do have to get help from other people, I will let you guys know, of course, because the only thing that I have changed is over on Facebook. When somebody writes a message over there, there's an automatic message that I have written that says, thank you for your message. I will reply. I say, this is automatic me. I'll reply to your message at the end of the day, because I always reply to my social media messages at the end of every day. So if somebody messages me in the morning and then they don't get a reply straight away, it's just in that situation to let them know that I will reply to their message, but it's just my evening time. And as you can see, it's just gone midnight here in the UK. But right, let me just actually get into the donations that have happened over on PayPal. So thank you guys for these. And I'm just going to make sure that I can see the PayPal donations. I think it's up on your screen. It's not showing up on my screen, but I have it now, I believe. I'm going to scroll down. And actually, what I'm going to do is remove that, because I want to make sure that I get the donations that came in between the live streams as well. So I think this one came in from Tammy. So let me get this up on screen. Right, Tammy donated £5. So thank you for that, Tammy. And scrolling down, it was a straight up donation without a question, but that came in this afternoon. So a little bit earlier this afternoon. Thank you for that. As you guys know, I do like to address all of the donations regardless of when they happen. And that's when I do that on these live streams. But that was this afternoon. Steve donated £5 £10 as well, and that was just a little bit earlier this evening, I think about 20 minutes before we went live. So thank you for this, Steve. And the message is, have you ever really connected with an audience? How did you manage that connection? So thank you for that, Steve. And I'm not sure that there's like one thing that you can say, oh, do this, and then you'll connect with your audience. I don't think it's quite as simple as that. I think it's more just to do with performing your own way, not trying to do something that you're not kind of comfortable with, but trying to perform in a way that you're not comfortable, and just perform your songs how you want to perform them. And if people connect to them, then great, and if they don't, then it doesn't really matter, because you're performing your songs how you want to, which means that you're enjoying them. And I think generally, if people are connecting with your music, it means that they are not just buying one song, they might be buying a couple of songs or a few songs, or then an album. And I'm in the fortunate situation where people do that. So I hope that people do enjoy my music and they enjoy listening to it. But all I can say is, do your best to, be artistically kind of credible, but keep your integrity, I guess, is the best way to say it, as an artist. So just do what you want to do, because that's the best way that you're going to be able to communicate to your audience, is just being yourself and not trying to do something that you're not comfortable with, because then people won't really connect to that, because they'll know that you're not comfortable doing what you're doing. So anyway, thank you for that, Steve. Now, something to mention about my lighting is I'm not sure whether the lights are getting dimmer or whether it's me. They run on batteries, so we'll have to see if they last for the live stream. So if the lighting changes a little bit and it gets a little bit more artistic looking, then that's just the lights running out. But I do have my main light on, so that'll stay on for the whole live stream. I won't be in darkness all of a sudden. But thank you for that donation, Steve. Maria has donated £1.56, so thank you for that, Maria. And the message is, hi Phil, can you explain what pocket is in drumming? Spike the likes, everyone. So thank you for that, Maria. And great idea there, if you can hit that thumbs up. Having said that, just now the light has gone off on this side, and it's not too dramatic. I'm kind of getting away with it, but that means that this one's going to go off imminently. So we'll just keep on busking our way through it. We haven't got any sound, or I haven't got any sound. I might not have any lights soon, but this is the great thing about doing live streams. There's always something different that's going to throw you slightly off the scent of what you're doing. So thank you, Maria, for that donation. Oh, and okay, being in the pocket. This is something that I think in music maybe means something different to how you'd use it in everyday life. I can remember the other use of this when I was at university. I was in the football team, and I was the captain of the football team, and the manager, I was playing on the left wing, and I was playing up against another player who I was beating a lot. So it means I was kind of knocking the ball around him, and he couldn't get the ball off me. And my manager said, he's got you in his pocket, which is something that means, in a sporting sense, that he's so much better than you are that there's nothing you can do to counteract what he's doing to you. So that's it in a sporting sense. But musically, referring to drummers being in the pocket, you'll hear people say this when a drummer, I mean, sometimes you just hear it being used for the rhythm section, like the drummer and the bassist, being in the pocket, but relating it just to drummers, as Maria said, basically to be in the pocket, you have a great timing, like just, like a metronome, but not like a metronome in that you're not going for that quantized sound. You've got to have groove in there as well. So you're having great solidity with your playing. You've got to have groove in there, and probably the most important thing, and this goes for any instrument and even vocalists, is serving the song, not trying to take all the attention away from what's going on musically, the composition. So that's it pretty much in a nutshell. I think you will get it literally described in different points, but in a nutshell, that's what it is. And this is why when you're listening to a really tight rhythm section, having a tight rhythm section means that they are solid, they're in the groove with each other, so they're working off each other, but being in the pocket means that it's leaving enough space. So, you know, you're tight, which means that you're hitting the rhythm spot on. All of the beats of the bar, you are just like hitting the snare and, you know, hitting the foot pedal, and the bassist might be playing his bass in exactly the same way that that foot pedal is being hit off, you know, really solidly. And there's no delay between hitting the foot pedal and the bassist hitting his string. So they are super tight. That's what it means. The timing is exact. And they're then in the same groove, and they are serving the song, so they're not overplaying. And that's what you have when somebody's in the pocket, or a rhythm section is in the pocket. They are loose, and they, if you imagine a pocket is quite loose, but there's enough space in there for everybody. So yeah, I'm not sure you can, you know, get too into describing it as a pocket, but that's generally what it means. I mean, I don't class myself as a drummer, even though I do play a little bit. I don't class myself as a drummer, but that's what I gather from watching drummers, hearing drummers, and watching performances, and hearing, you know, tight rhythm sections being in the pocket. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm not sure. Yeah, I can see that Danielle says no pocket. So yeah, when people aren't particularly tight or solid, they don't really have that groove, and they don't serve the music, then they're definitely not in the pocket. They're certainly out of the pocket. But anyway, thank you for that, Maria. I'm just going to scroll up because I can see there's been another donation, and this is coming from Lauren, who has donated £25. So thank you for that, Lauren. And the message is, spike the likes with a thumbs up. Great idea. Let's have a quick look into the likeometer section. 307 we are up to so far. We're aiming for 395, which means we're looking for 88. Is that? I'm not even sure if that's right or not. I think being odd numbers, 395. If we were looking for 305, we'd need 90, and then 93. Is that? No, that can't be 93. Maybe 88 was right. I don't know. There's too many odd numbers going on. 395 and a 307. So somebody can work out the maths for me. But if we get to 310, that means that then there'll be 85. So 85, 6, 7, 8. I might have been right with my first number. I'm still not even sure, but sometimes I just blurt out a number and it's correct. And I think it's more luck than judgment, or maybe just relying on my subconscious brain to work it out is probably better than me trying to work it out, because then I'll never get it. So anyway, thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up. If we can get a little spike of the likes now, that would be fantastic. We are approaching, actually we've gone past 20 to 1 here in the morning in the UK. So I'm just going to have a look into that cover video vote. It looks like we have 57% of the vote for Behind Blue Eyes, so we might be jumping into that soon. But let me just jump back into the PayPal donations window, because we had another one in there that's come in from Diana. So thank you for that, Diana, and it's £6.25. And the message is, howdy Phil, and to all y'all wingers, we love the 2 live streams per week. We love choosing to donate when we want to do so. Go away, trolls, and kiss our cookie cakes. Rock. So thank you for that, Diana. And that sounds like one of those insults that you get on a real life story. Kiss our cookie cakes, or kiss my cookie cake. So thank you for that, Diana. And, you know, entirely I was going to say relevant, but my brain tried to say relevant. Hang on, no, relevant. That's what it tried to say. I couldn't then. This is the thing, that when you're about to say something instinctively, subconsciously, incorrectly, then you can't work out how you were just about to say it incorrectly. But anyway, yeah, it is relevant because of the cookie cake that I had for my birthday, which lasted for a very long time and was very nice indeed, which you guys actually saw on the live stream just before I went live. Yeah, my dad presented me with that, courtesy of some usual suspects in that live chat room, but just live stream members. And the members over on the Facebook supporters group, the Wings of Pegasus supporters page is what it's called. But if you are over on Facebook, join in with that, because that's where Vince hosts the after party after these live streams as well. Anyway, thank you for that, Diana. And Karen has donated £3.90. Thank you for that, Karen. And the message is, hi Phil, I enjoyed your discussion about the Moises app just for fun. I don't remember if I shared this quote from Rats. Warren D. Martini, I think it's better to be a hairband than a bald band. Many thanks from a usual suspect, Karen. So thank you for that, Karen. And just going to scroll up. And this is the thing that unfortunately, with hair, being in a hairband or a bald band, I don't think you get too much of a choice whether you're going to be in one of those two bands. It's just something that I think like either 70% or like 80% of guys will lose hair, and it's just a fact of life, unfortunately. That is something that guys can't avoid. I know that there is a lot of technology nowadays that has moved on where if you have hair, you can do a lot of things to keep your hair. But once your hair has fallen out, then there's nothing really you can do unless you have... unless there's a reason why your hair has fallen out suddenly, and then you might be able to take something like Propecia, I think is the brand name for it or something, but the drug in that's called finasteride. So you can take that. If your hair's suddenly fallen out, then it might be possible to get it back with those tablets, which is just a tablet you take every day. But if you've got hair, then you can start rubbing stuff into your hair to stop it from falling out. And I think this is something that a lot of people don't realize, that once you lose your hair, then that's it. You can't get it back. But if you have hair, if you're like 18 years old or 20 years old, then start using stuff to keep your hair in so that it doesn't fall out, or at least it takes a lot longer to fall out. And this is something that my dad didn't tell me anything about hair or hair loss or how to keep your hair and all that stuff. I just naturally kind of got into it because of my hair. And I thought that, I would quite like to keep my hair. So I started kind of looking into how to keep your hair. And like I said, probably maybe 10 or 20 years ago, there wasn't a lot you could do, whereas I think technology has moved on a lot. Obviously, genetically, it's something that you're either predisposed to lose a lot of hair or not, but there are things that you can do to try and maximize the amount that you keep. But I think I've been a little bit luckier than most with my genetics, that my dad has still got, my granddad still had a decent amount of hair. And yes, up into his 90s. So my dad kind of, I think, is following along the same lines, and has still got a little bit of hair on the top and at the sides. So I think genetically I'm in probably a stronger place than a lot of other people, but still, I think I've probably lost hair as I age. It's just something that's going to happen to a lot of people, and it's really rare for anyone to not lose any hair at all if they're a guy. It's just something that you accept is going to happen, further down the line. But anyway, thank you. Talking about being in a hairband, if you're in a hairband and then you start losing your hair, this is something that would happen to guys, especially before the technology existed, and all of these, substances like minoxidil that you can use to, rub into your head, into your scalp to try and keep the hairs from falling out. But if you're in a hairband and then your hair fell out, there's not a lot that you can do about it apart from wearing like a wig. That's another option. And it's just up to you what you want to do. If a guy wants to wear a wig, then that's up to him. I know that women wear wigs. It's all up to your personal preference and what you feel most comfortable doing. I have said in the past that if somebody, I don't think that I would wear a wig, but if there was a wig that somebody made that looked exactly like this, it would solve a lot of problems with bad hair days, and it meant that you could just put it on and then it would look like a good hair day all the time. Whereas at the moment, sometimes my hair is totally random, and you just have to accept whatever it's going to do is going to do, and there's nothing that you can do to change it. So maybe in the future, but I guess that would mean I'd have to shave my head to then wear the wig on top, and then I have the hair growing underneath it. Probably, yeah, maybe wouldn't be a good look. Anyway, thank you for that, Karen. And again, I say all the time in the live streams, we talk about random things. I think hair is something that pops up quite a lot, but not hair loss, which again is a subject that I find interesting myself. But anyway, thank you, Carl, for this £2 donation. And the message is, Phil, hi Phil, Zoom chat on supporters page tonight after live stream. So a big shout out for you guys that aren't involved over on Facebook. Head over to that supporters page, Wings of Pegasus supporters page. There's going to be a Zoom chat over there. And previously, Vince has taken a screenshot, I think, of everyone that gets involved with that. So if I get another one of those, I'll show it on the next live stream to get that Zoom chat that's going to be happening after this live stream over on that page on Facebook. So get involved over there and join in with that Zoom chat. Right. Thank you for that, Carl, for that heads up as well. And I can see, I'm just going to scroll down here. Cynthia has donated £5. Thank you for that, Cynthia. And it looks like there's a picture under this saying you rock it. So thank you for that, Cynthia. And the message is, Phil, I'm glad you can brush off the haters. All the wingers love you. Cheers. So thank you for that. And again, I think I'm very lucky to have been born when I was in the early 80s, because it meant that I was around before the internet. And most of my kind of teenage life, we didn't have apps, we didn't have Instagram, we didn't have YouTube, we didn't even have messaging. We had, I think, dial up when I was a teenager, which I'm sure you guys know was the first form of the internet, and it kind of went beep, and it had to dial up literally to get on the internet, and then it took about 2 hours to connect, and then it was, I can't remember the speed, but I should remember the speed of the modem that we had, the dial-up modem. I'm not even sure what it's called, but anyway, when we had that, you would send an email, and it was like the most amazing thing ever that I could email one of my friends on a screen, and then I'd wait maybe an hour and there'd be a reply from my friend. So yeah, it took a very long time, but it was really cool. Anyway, I was around before the internet, so it means that my adult life hasn't been formed by, seeing how many likes I've got, and using filters on pictures on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. Everything I just, do how I've always done it. And I realize, and I know that, people that are trolling on the internet, they've just got nothing better to do, really. And I don't take offense by anything, because they're spending their time on my channel. So I don't think there's anything to worry about. When other people are looking at your life, it means that they haven't got enough going on in their life. And there's always going to be that kind of jealousy there, because you'd say, well, why are they watching you in the first place? If they had their own channel, or if they had their own successful business, or if they were a musician who was successful, they would be too busy out performing, and they would be out, recording at the studio, rehearsing, all of these different things. So when people say, oh yeah, I'm a musician, and I've done this and I've done that, and I don't, not that I get that, but if they were to say that, unfortunately I've got a lot of musicians that do watch that are very complimentary, which is great. But if they did say something like that, then I know that what they're saying isn't really true, because I haven't got time myself to go on other channels, watch their videos, and then comment if I don't agree with their video, because I'm too busy doing what I'm doing on my channel and with my own career. So yeah, that's just the way that I see it. So anyway, thank you for that, Cynthia. I'm just going to scroll up, because Charlie has donated and has actually cancelled a money request, which meant it was a request. But anyway, thank you for the sentiment, Charlie. The message is donation for good analysis. So thank you for the kind words. And Bonnie has donated £3. Thank you for that, Bonnie. And the message is just for Philip being Philip. So thank you for that. It's very easy for me to do that. So thank you for that, Bonnie. And Gail has donated £19.48. So thank you for that, Gail. And that is a straight up donation. Right. We are going to be jumping into the cover for tonight. Let's have a little look at that. And I think it might be Behind Blue Eyes. That was certainly what was winning before we ended the poll, which I've just done there, and it looks like it is, 58% for Behind Blue Eyes. So thank you guys for voting tonight. 320 votes for that cover. And let me just point your attention in the direction of the likes goal tonight, 395. That's what we're aiming for. If we can get a spike of the likes, that'd be massively appreciated. If we do hit the target, we're going to have a pick roulette next week. We are going to be having one of those tonight, a little bit later on. But if we hit that target, it means that you could be going away with a signed Wings to Pegasus pick, because you can enter in for that pick roulette at the end of tonight's live stream after tonight's pick roulette. Anyway, let's jump into this cover, Behind Blue Eyes by The Who, of course. It's my version of it. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys after this. Rock!
No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. No one knows what it's like to be hated, to be fated, to telling only lies. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance, it's never free. What it's like to feel these feelings like I do, and I blame you. No one bites back as hard on their anger. None of my pain or woe can show through. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance, it's never free.
Hello, Phil here. Thank you so much for watching my cover of Behind Blue Eyes by The Who. I hope you enjoyed it. The names that you can see going up the screen here are the names of my patrons, who I'd like to say a massive thank you to for their support and for making videos like this possible, and for making all my videos possible on YouTube. So thank you guys, your support is massively appreciated. If you want to join me and the gang over on Patreon, head to the link below, the little square link, click on that and that will take you through to the site. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Rock! And there we have it. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And I tried to put the Patreon link up on screen because I can't hear anything. I think that's what I said at the end of the video. I'm not sure, so hopefully that was a little bit relevant to what we were watching. Anyway, you can see that we've got a little bit moody with the lighting now because I think the left one is almost off as well. But it's fine, we can still see everything, even though I can't hear anything. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for voting for Behind Blue Eyes tonight, and to you guys over on Patreon for requesting it in the first place before we even start the live stream. So, looking over at the likeometer, 347 likes. If we can hit that thumbs up, that'd be massively appreciated. We're aiming for 395, which means we're looking for another 48. Is that? It might be, it might not be. So I don't know whether I was right earlier or not, but I'm going to go with 48 is what we need in order to get up to the Pick Roulette Likes goal, to have a Pick Roulette next week. So if you could hit a thumbs up, that would be massively appreciated. We are getting close. Right. I think we are pretty much up to date over on PayPal. So thank you guys for those donations. I do want to jump into the Super Chat donations as well, because I know that there have been a few more in there, and it is Patrick, who has donated $5. Thank you for that, Patrick. And the message is, sending you this horrible donation for your third stream this week, my friend. Laugh out loud. So thank you for that, Patrick. And Patrick, of course, knows that I don't have 3 streams a week. This is just the second one. Technically, yeah, it is the second one. So thank you for that, Patrick. The first one's always on a Tuesday. So Jim has donated $5 as well. Thank you for that, Jim. And that is a straight up donation. And Diane has donated $5 as well. Thank you for that, Diane. And the message is, thank you for doing the Moises video. It turns out another independent artist I follow also started using it the end of last year. So thank you for that, Diane. And yeah, I think a lot of people are going to start using it because it's so many things in one place. Giving you the chords of the song, for example, that you might be listening to. I mean, that's just a huge thing in itself. Obviously, when there are lead guitar solos and things, you'll have to work those out. But just to have those underlying chords, it just makes it so easy. And if you just want to play along with something, at least you've got a guide as to what key the song's in and the chords that are going to be coming up. So yeah, really interesting. There's so many features on it. Anyway, thank you for that, Diane. Stardust Unicorn is in the house and has donated $1.99. Support band to Wings of Pegasus. Thank you for that. And there is a rainbow with that message. And Utah Song has just donated $1.99. Thank you for that. And the message is, we love Wings of Pegasus. So thank you for the kind words. And we are going to be moving into just a couple of pictures that we're going to be looking at. And I believe they might both be of Ginny. Let me just scroll down if my memory serves me correctly. Right, let me get this background up on screen. And yes, here we have Ginny with her picture of some guy, and that goes with the signed Wings of Pegasus pick. But then there's another framed picture of some guy as well. So thank you for that, Ginny. And this is the second one with the Wings of Pegasus tumbler with a straw in it, it looks like. So thank you for uploading those ones. And those are the two pictures for tonight. If you guys want to upload any pictures yourselves to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group, then Vince, links me to them, and Carla does as well, and Laura has done in the past. So thank you guys for linking me to those pictures. But yeah, head over to that supporters group over on Facebook, and if you've got any merchandise, you can have that in the picture as well, and I'll upload it to the live streams. And I do generally grab them all before the next live stream, but sometimes if one comes in just a little bit too late and I don't have time to upload it to the software, then I will get it on the next one. But thank you for uploading your pictures just in general, because yeah, it makes it more interesting to look at you guys. I mean, more interesting for me to look at you guys rather than just having me on the live stream all the time. So thank you for uploading those. We are going to be jumping into now the pick roulette. So hopefully this is all going to work, and hopefully the sound's the only thing that I'm missing and this is all set up correctly. But let's jump into this. Fingers crossed. We're about to go into the pick roulette for Saturday night, and I'll see you guys in a second. Rock. So let's get the wheel up on screen, and there it is. It has appeared. Right, if you haven't seen one of these before, the darker segments on the screen are the t-shirts. If we land on one of those, then we have a t-shirt roulette and somebody wins a signed, custom-made Wings of Pegasus t-shirt. But in the middle of this wheel, we have the Wings of Pegasus pick, which is signed as well. If we land on a name, then somebody's going to win that pick. Right, I'm going to do my normal top tip pick. And this is just somebody who's going to be destined not to win, because whoever's name I choose, I've never got it right so far. But let's have a little look. I'm going to wait for... There you go. Vincent Gregory is going to be the top tip for tonight. So, apologies for that. Just typing down, or typing up. Typing up or typing down your name, Vincent, so that I remember it. So when it happens to land on your name, I can say that Vincent was the first person to ever be a top tip who I picked before the wheel started spinning, and that person won. So obviously I've got a 0% record at the moment, but let's see the wheel. It is slowing down. I'm trying to see Gregory's name anywhere, and I don't think it's in this section. So again, apologies about that. We are slowing down. It's either going to be Jen or Arden. And it's Arden or Arden. Congratulations to you. You have won the signed Wings of Pegasus pick. So, commiserations to you, Vincent. Apologies for choosing you before, for the top tip, but that's just the way it goes, unfortunately. If you want to double your chances of winning, tune in on Tuesdays as well. But congratulations to you, Arden. Not sure how to pronounce your name, so apologies if I've got it totally wrong. But if you can let yourself be known in the live chat room to Carla, who isn't in the live chat room at the moment, but if you just type at Carla Murray, so you tag her in your comment, then it means that when she does check back, she'll have that comment because she has been tagged in it. So if you can let yourself be known to Carla in the live chat room, that would be much appreciated. As I always say, you have to be in it to win it, meaning that you have to be in the live chat room when your name shows up in order to claim the signed Wings of Pegasus pick. So again, congratulations and commiserations to everybody else, but let's get everything back on screen, because now we are opening the entries for next week's pick roulette. If we hit the target, we still have another 31 likes that we're looking for before the end of the live stream to have a pick roulette next week. So we're looking into that live chat room for a few more people to get involved and to hit that thumbs up. We're looking for 31 more people to join in with that live chat room before the end of the live stream. But the entries are open for next week, meaning that if those 31 people do come along and hit that thumbs up, then you can get your name on the wheel for next week. If you type I agree kind of like that, and then tag Carla Murray in your comment. And let me just make sure that I type it correctly like that. So what you want to be doing is copying what I've done in that live chat room, but also copy just what everyone else is doing. They all know how to do it by now. So tag Carla Murray, and you should see them going through there. And I think does there have to be a gap in Carla's name, Carla Murray? I think there is. So make sure that you put that in after the @. As I said, that she's not in the live chat room tonight, but just so that she gets all of those notifications that everyone can then get their names on that wheel for next week. Make sure that you do that. So I can see 371 likes. We are creeping up slowly. So it means that we are now maybe 23 away. Is that right? I'm not sure. Maybe 23 away, maybe 22 away. But we are looking for every single like we can get. I mean, it's the biggest likes total that we've ever aimed for. So it's always going to be a challenge, even on a Saturday where it's a little bit easier to maybe tune into a live stream. But we're looking for every single thumbs up we can get. We're looking for 22 more people. Right. What we're going to do is, because we've got a little bit of time left, either it's going to be a riff of the week, or maybe it's going to be a real life story or filled tune, as it's now referred to. I can see that Corey's about to go through saying riff. So what we'll do is probably have a riff of the week. And again, I've got to find the file that shows which riffs we've heard recently and which ones we haven't. There are 100 of them, but I know that last time, Photograph by Def Leppard, we heard that quite recently, and then we heard it again. So I'm going to have to, we're going to have to just leave it to luck for tonight, but I'm going to try and find that document that Laura sent me between the live streams so that I can keep a track of it. Right, Orlando's just gone through with a donation of $2 and says, forgive my tardiness, spike up those likes with some thumbs up. So thank you for that, Orlando. Great idea there from Orlando. We are now 18 away from the pick roulette likes goal. We are getting really close. Anyway, I'm looking now at numbers. If you want to suggest a number between 1 and 100 for the riff of the week, then I will just pick one at random and we'll have a listen to it. There's nothing to win for getting the riff of the week right, just being able to say that you got it before everybody else. And the first person to guess, it has to be on my screen here in the live chat room, because the orders do change depending on where you are and your internet connection, all that kind of stuff. But it all comes through to me where it comes through to me. The order is what it is on my screen. So I can just see that Patrick has donated $10 again. Thank you for that, Patrick. The message is, here is another dono. So how many more live streams are you gonna do this coming week? Haha. So sad, some people have no idea what your channel is about. So thank you for that, Patrick. And yeah, maybe we'll have a live stream week where we have 7 live streams. I think, yeah, if I did that, I'd have no viewers by the end of it. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure that we could probably fill 7 live streams in 7 days. It'd be a bit hardcore, but I'm sure that we could do it. But I think for the moment, yeah, 2 is absolutely fine. I think it's a nice balance between the videos, having 3 videos a week and then 2 live streams. So it's still very much about the analysis videos, but it's good to get and have the live streams in there a couple of times a week as well. Let me have a look into that live chat room, because we are getting some numbers. 17 to goal. So, I mean, I read that as number 17 for the riff of the week, but we need 17 more likes, and it looks like we need 16, now 15. Oh, this is going to be very close if we reach the target of 395, because we don't have too long left of the live stream. But anyway, looking at the numbers, we have Stardust Unicorn 28, and we have 64 from Lisa A, Just trying to see any other numbers. Jennifer says 50. Charlie says 21. Orlando says 1. 26 from Desert Deluge. I tell you what, we'll go for number 26. I can't remember. Oh, it's going to be impossible for me to remember what we've had most recently. But what I'm going to do is type in Riff of the Week 26, which should load it up, which it has done. And in the description it says it's an easy one. So I think this might be one of those. It's going to be a rush to type the answer, because if it is really easy, everybody will know it immediately. And let me just stop it from playing so you don't get an illegal preview. Right, I'm going to get this on screen, so it should appear under here, and it has, which is good. I can't hear this, I've just realised, so I don't know. I'm going to have no idea whether you guys are right or not. I shouldn't have admitted that and just waited for people to type, but it's still, I can watch this live stream later on and listen to the riff afterwards. And yeah, I can't listen to it now, but I'm going to press play and I'm going to be looking into that live chat room to see who guesses it first, because if it's an easy one, I think lots of people are going to be typing the right answer, but make sure you type the riff, because some, people before have just done the band, but it is Riff of the Week. So let's have a listen to this and see what it is. And there we have it, and I know the riff because I can see my fingers and what they're playing. So I know what it is, even though I can't hear it. So I'm having a little look through, and I think I'm going to stop it there because Selena says Foxy Lady, which of course, if you're looking at that classic, minus 7th position on that F sharp, you'll be able to see that that is the riff that I am playing. So I'm just going to scroll up to see if anybody else got it before that. I don't think so. Alison J said Foxy Lady first. So Alison J is the winner tonight, and then Selena followed that up immediately. But that's what it was. And it was an easy riff, and yes, sometimes if it's a little bit technical, then it is difficult to see what the riff is. But yeah, I don't need to hear that in order to know what it was, by Jimi Hendrix, of course. So congratulations to you, Alison J. I'm just going to make sure that I did call that correctly. Oh, I think it just moved down really quickly, so I didn't actually see. Oh, here, yeah, there were lots of other guesses after this. So I'm just going to keep going up, and Billy Juliana says sounds like Rainbow to me. But then Alison J got Foxy Lady, so congratulations. Not that you win anything, Alison, unfortunately, but you were the first one to guess it on my screen here. So anyway, let me get rid of this from my screen, and we are looking for 8 people to reach the target of the Pick Roulette Likes goal for tonight's live stream. And this is going to be really close because it is 16 minutes past 1 here in the UK, and we usually call the streams to a close at 1:15, so we're about a minute later than we normally are. But I think we started maybe a couple of minutes, if I can even say it, later than we usually do. So I'm going to leave it on there for a little bit longer, but we're really going to have to rally in that chat room to see if there are 8 people that haven't yet hit the thumbs up. And it might be the case that you're watching the live stream and you haven't hit the thumbs up yet. And there were a couple of people there that have now hit the thumbs up, so thank you guys for that. If your thumbs up isn't lit, it means that you can click on it and it will turn blue, and you've still got the opportunity to give us our 3 more likes. And if we get to this, it'll be the biggest ever Pick Roulette likes goal that we have achieved. We are one away from hitting the likes goal, and if we do find that one person, in fact, we just found about 4 people at once. So thank you guys so much for hitting that thumbs up. It means that we now will be having a Pick Roulette next week. So everybody that entered in earlier, your name's going to be on that wheel, and it's going to be a little bit late to enter in now, but you could maybe squeeze it in right at the end of the live stream if you type at Carla Murray, I agree, to get your name on that wheel for next week. But we will be having a Pick Roulette next Saturday night, which is great news because you can't beat a Pick Roulette. It really is just part of the live streams now because you guys are so good at hitting the thumbs up, and it is massively appreciated that you guys do that. If you are in the catch up crew, you can hit the thumbs up as well. It really does help the live streams to get out there, but for the channel to grow on the whole as well. So we are going to be, on that note, we are going to be calling things to a close now. We really did finish with a flourish hitting that total, but I'm going to have another analysis video for you guys tomorrow night, and then it's going to be another live stream Tuesday night, another analysis video on Wednesday, and then another one on Friday. I'll keep you guys in the loop over on Patreon as to when the second video with Chris Lipe is going to be released. I'm just waiting on those copyrights to be sorted out. It's something that unfortunately I can't control, but as soon as it is available, I'll let you guys know, and then it'll be released on the channel. But anyway, I think we are up to date with everything. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'll see you at tomorrow night's video. If you can join me on Tuesday night, that would be fantastic. Maybe to help get to that Pick Roulette likes goal on a Tuesday. We were maybe, I think, 10 short last time, so maybe 10 more people can tune in on Tuesday. It'd be great to see you there. I will be there, of course. Reminder to head over now to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook, where there's going to be a Zoom call that you can get involved with, and Vince hosts the after party as well over there. Ordinarily after every single live stream, but there is a Zoom call going on there tonight. So head over there. I'll see you tomorrow night or on Tuesday night. I'll always be live on a Tuesday night and a Saturday night, 12 midnight British summertime. If you want to be exact about it, just type in time in London in Google and you will find out what the time is here. Time in London, England, what the time is here compared to where you are, so then you can figure out the time zones. But have a great rest of the weekend. Try to stay safe and stay sane, as I always say, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Rock!